going to make some whipped toppers for our tumblers. We're going to be using our sprinkles, our Xmas Mint sprinkles that are new to our shop. I also got some red and green glittered styrofoam balls. I purchased them from Amazon. We're going to be using one-time lightweight spackling. It's very light. Super glue, silicone straws, and the lid from this tumbler. I am also going to be using some piping bags that I got from Amazon. So after we've taken the lid off, I'm going to get my super glue out here. We want to make sure that everything's secure and closed when we get ready to put our icing on. So we're going to take this little stopper piece out. And then we'll get our super glue opened. And this little hole at the top, we're going to super glue that closed so that it can't be opened once we put our whipped topping on the top of this. Once we have the super glue in, we're just going to set the lid off to the side so that the super glue has time to dry while we're getting our spackling ready. The spackling has a buttercream consistency. It's very light. I think I expected it to be heavier, but it's not. It's very light. I'm just going to use a popsicle stick here and put some of this spackling into a cup. I just want to make sure that I have enough to cover my entire topper. Maybe, let's see, one more scoop. All right, one more. All right, I'm gonna put the lid back on just so that it keeps it moist. And then I'm gonna use some of our mica. It's called Pure. It's a very white, sparkly color. And I'm just going to use my mica spoon here to just put a little bit in to the spackling so that I can give it some sparkle. And I'm going to mix all of it together. And I just want it to have a very creamy consistency. So while this is sped up, I did take quite a bit of time to mix it all together. All right, now I'm going to get one of my piping bags that I got from Amazon. And these are just disposable bags. And I'll open my piping tips that I got. I think it came with 5 or 6. Let's see what different choices we have here. Lots of different tips. Let's see, which one do we want to choose? I think I'm going to go with the wider one this time. So I'll put the rest of these away. I'm going to cut off the tip of my piping bag so that I can put the metal tip through it. just slip the metal tip onto the end. Oh, I had an extra one. I'm still going to use the bigger one. I'm going to slip the metal piece just down to the end of the bag. And then I'm going to put the bag over this cup so it'll give me something to hold on to while I'm putting the spackling into the piping bag. I'll use the same popsicle stick I did before to just scoop it from the cup over into the bag. We have just a few more scoops here. See if I can get it all. Alright. Get this last bit here. And then I'm just going to throw that cup away. Now I'm going to pull up my icing bag from the cup. And I'm going to work on squeezing all of that spackling down to the icing tip. All right, let's get our lid. It's all dry now. And then I'm going to get those silicone straws that I had out earlier. Let's pick orange this time. And we're going to stick it right in that hole so that when we put the spackling on top, it won't go in the straw hole. But I just need a small piece, so I just cut it off. And I'm just going to let it stand up in that hole while I pipe the spackling on top. So this will be the bottom layer. It doesn't have to be perfect. This isn't going to be the layer that you're necessarily going to see. I'm more or less just filling in the top so that I have a way to build up into like that kind of cupcake icing shape. And we're just going to keep being careful to keep the straw hole open. Right. And then just keep building up on top of that bottom layer. And then I'm going to work on doing the outside rim, just so that the entire top is covered in the icing. And we're going to spread this icing all the way around the other side of the straw as well. And then I'll do another layer on top, just as before, continuing to build up that shape. We want a nice high icing. All right, now that we're done with the spackling part, what size balls? We'll check that later. So next I'm going to take the sprinkles, the Christmas mint sprinkles, and I'm just going to sprinkle them on top of the spackling. You'll notice that some fall off, but we're going to take care of that. This is just to give us an initial starting place. Now for all those pieces that fell off, we're going to use a rhinestone picker, which is perfect for picking up those extra sprinkles and putting them in the spot exactly where we want them. And you just want to press gently into your spackling. We don't want to distort any of the shape that we've made with our piping. We just want to make sure that our sprinkles are securely attached. I love using the rhinestone picker for this. It makes it so easy just to put the sprinkles exactly where you want them. See a red one there. I'm going to put a few more in my hand. I think I want some more mints. A few more mints here.
I'm not live, I'm just making a video.
One over there.
That's what these little things are for? Yeah.
I think it's looking good. I think that might be it. Let's do one more here, and I think that might be it. Let's see if we've got space for one more. Just want to make sure they're all secure. Any that I feel are loose, I just want to press them in. Now I can take the silicone straw out because we've preserved the straw hole so that the topper is easy to use on our tumbler. Alright, let's use a red glitter ball. I'm going to just sort of push it in there to place it where I want it. Let's see if we're going to put one more sprinkle there. Alright. It's one of those things, you know, you keep telling yourself less is more, but you just keep putting them on. You just keep finding places where you think there should be more. And any loose ones you see, we'll just keep pressing them in. Alright. So with this glitter styrofoam ball, I'm going to take a little bit of the spackle because it stays soft in the bag, and I'm going to put it on the bottom of the ball so that it will be able to adhere to the rest of the topper. There we go. Now we know it'll stay. And there it is, folks. It turned out so cute. I can't wait to put it on my tumbler for everyone to see while I drink from it. Thanks for watching.